Well, hello there. If it isn't person whose name I just realised I didn't actually learn.
Hi.
I must confess, I feel betrayed. Did our time working together mean nothing to you?
Nope.
Do all the opportunities I gave you count for naught? Here, let me turn around so you can retrieve your knife from my back. I would so hate for you to lose it.
Thanks, dude.
Don't worry, I'm just joshing with you. It's only business, but I am going to have to destroy you. Ta-ta, for now.
Ta-ta. Ah,
Ugh. You and I are going to put Mr. Myers out of business for good. In every sense of the word. Now, I've purchased a small island near his remaining zoo. It's not big, but it's an attractive enough destination that it should draw customers away from Mr. Myers' establishment. But don't imagine for 1 minute that he'll make it easy for us. You'll constantly have to be on the lookout for criminal ne'er-do-wells, and also a laptop bag which I lost when I was surveying the site. Wait, you know what? Forget the bag. You just worry about the troublemakers.
sure.
Listen, if we want to drive Mr. Myers out of the zoo business for the good of animals everywhere, then our zoo will have to be the best zoo the world's ever seen. We'll have to have the happiest animals and the happiest guests, and that means having the happiest staff as well. But we also can't ignore our conservation responsibilities in pursuit of those goals. We have to be peerless at everything. However, if I've learned anything, it's that if there's one person who can build this zoo, it's you. Or me. But I'll be much
Thanks.
Good luck!
Hey, hello and welcome to the Bernie Goodwin Memorial Zoo. The music, thanks. the final chapter of the main game career. And I always forget how small this map is. It's atrociously tiny. So we're going to be having fun here with our tiny map, and can't actually delete all of that. And our tiny buildings, and like 15 animals or something. So now this zoo is known to be bugged, at least for me. So just a warning, it might be buggy, I don't know. So I'm basically just going to go ahead for now and did you just align to grid? Can I align to grid? Can I have a grid here? Grid. No, apparently. Okay, well, that'll do. I just want something that looks like a grid, okay? First thing I'm going to do is I'm going to put down a small habitat, because I do not know if I will be able to build without the game blocking me. So what can happen... What can happen here is that the guests simply do not enter the zoo. This has happened to me way too many times. I don't exactly know why it happens. It just happens. Let's give them a bit more space. And because of that, I'm just building like a really small basic habitat here that we can put an animal into so that we can actually see whether this even works or not. This whole zoo is just, you know, building small habitats. The game. So, that's something we'll have to get used to. I do usually just deal with this by having, like, a very intricate build for my staff buildings. As you can see here, this is... I tried doing this before, and this is what I placed. The problem is, this requires rather intricate path placement, which we do not have available. So we're going to have to redo it. I'm just going to hope that the game doesn't, you know, kick me out, because it has done that before. And not particularly funny. So let's just try to get as close to this as we can. We need to, like, save space here. So it's a lot of, like, you know, putting things really close together and all that. And we'll also put things here in the back. Like so. Because we can just put a path around there and then we can connect those things somehow. I mean, I can't build there. Can I have the path here? No. Okay. Game. Why are you so rude? Yeah, this is like the main issue here, basically. It's just figuring out where to place things. And how to place things. Because we are very limited in the space we have, and I don't want to waste all of it in the staff center. You know? So let's just see if we can make this work. Yep, that'll do. Okay, perfect. Now I do have to manually connect all of these, but that shouldn't be a problem. No, it is a problem. Wow, that's a great pathfinding game. That path looks so good. Supposed to say about that path. Can you please connect the path in any way, shape, or form? Can you group? Can you connect to this path in front of you? Maybe? Yep, that's exactly what I... At some point it gets a bit tricky. Just to get paths to work in this game. Like, you know, most of the time it's completely fine, and then you're like, oh yeah, this is great, and then you place one more thing and just nothing works anymore. So we're missing our 2 big buildings. Veterinary surgery. I think I did it like this. And then the quarantine next to that, because we do kind of need all of these. Right, and then you can just go, and this is a bit creative. Make a path that goes along the top. And then, I guess I need the path to go out on this side, because otherwise it's not going to work out. Look, I never said that this was a good build, I just said that it worked. Okay? It's not a pretty build, but it works. And then we can get a water treatment this way. Oh, or not? Maybe, maybe not. No water treatment here. Yeah, the game is a bit picky about stuff like that. Which, like, okay, I guess, picky. Don't let me place anything. Even though I totally could. Because there's space. You know? We do have power here though, so like I'm not gonna much. And yeah, this is the last zoo, and because of that, it's a particularly funny zoo. By funny, I mean pain. It's like, oh, you can build it yourself, but you have no space. Like, no space. 0 space. Can I sort them by name? Where am I? There. I always start off with a tortoise. Fine, put it in the... There is a path to destination game. There is a path to destination. Don't mess with me. There is a path to the destination. Oh, thank you. And now all we need to do is wait and see where the visitors can enter. Because sometimes, and I've had this before, the visitors will walk in. Yeah, this. But not walk through the gates. Okay, there we go. Because that's what happened with the last recording, because I tried recording this before. The visitors just didn't make it in. And then I was like, and then I stopped the recording. As I'm sure you can imagine, because it's me. And I don't feel like fighting the game for 10 hours. So, yeah, since this is the final scenario, and it's also kind of a funny challenge, I am going to spend some more time with it than I would, like, maybe spend with other, you know, scenarios. Just based on the fact that I'm going to be making it look like a somewhat decent zoo. Maybe, like, I'll try. Can't promise anything, because it's still me building these. So we're still very limited here, you know? Because building this kind of stuff isn't really my strength, but... yeah, that's totally what any building should look like. This is completely normal, okay? This is what all of my staff centers look like. Perfectly normal staff center, yeah? Great, great. So the main issue here is that we will be struggling with space. Like all the time. Like, we will never have enough space. Because there simply isn't a lot of space here. It's not an issue of me building giant habitats, it's just an issue of there not being enough space. Let me just find a decent shelter and put it down here. Due to that, I won't be using like lake bits unless absolutely necessary, and I will be using minimal foliage because once again, unless the animals need a lot of foliage, then I can't do anything about it anyways, but generally I'll try to just avoid anything that takes up horrendous amounts of space, because we don't have space. We just don't have space. It's not even about the amount, we just don't have space. Basically, for this zoo, what you need is a little bit of everything. You know, education, animal variety. We need 5-star animals. That's going to be a spicy one. And we will need a lot of animals, just like a lot of animals, you know? Like, doesn't even matter, just a lot of them. So that's kind of something we will have to think about eventually. Because, like, they need space, obviously, and in terms of space, we have no space. You know, like, just none. I kind of hope that this doesn't keep visitors from coming in. It shouldn't, but... yeah, like, the paths are just a bit, you know, glitchy to begin with. So the game does tend to have issues with that. And to change this back to green, because I still hate that they're blue. No, I did use a visitor path here, so I have to fix that real quick. So that visitors can't actually walk in there. Be a little problematic. No visitors here. Do I have to pick you up so you can move from there? Probably not. You can move, right? Yeah, okay. But yeah, other than this giant tortoise, we don't really have a lot at the moment. I would love to just get a male tortoise, but there's none available right now. Looking through the animals, you can probably tell that a fair amount of them require either a lot of space or, you know, a lot of animals, or a lot of both, or a lot of money, like these guys here. It's a lot of planning. Sometimes you just have to figure out which animals you can put together with which other animals to hopefully, you know, get that to work. Because like here, basically, we can have them together with the bison and it won't take up way more space, hopefully. We have animals like hippos that I probably won't even consider placing. Like, no. Because they just take up so much space, like, just no. But yeah, basically for now it's just waiting, hopefully making some money. I don't know if I'm making money. Increasing the welfare of this one tortoise and doing research. This is going to be a long scenario. So like, be warned, if you just want to squeeze this in on like a, you know, Saturday afternoon, get it done in like 2 hours, probably not doable. Like, I won't say that it's definitely not doable. I'm sure someone out there can manage. Oh, now you're stuck again. Okay, fine. Can you make it if I remove these? You guys saw that they managed to come in, yes? It isn't just me. Yeah, we did have guests before. This is basically the main issue with this whole series. Pathing. Yeah. Like, I can't do anything about the pathing over there. And sometimes visitors just get stuck like this, and there is absolutely nothing you can do about it. Like, they will walk up to the door, well, the ticket booth. They won't purchase a ticket, and they won't come in. I feel like sometimes it's because of ticket prices. But even if I lower the ticket price to make it like free, right? The visitors won't come in because it's not a ticket price issue, it's just an issue of the visitors not being able to come in. You know, sometimes I just go on with different boarding and see if that works. Because it can actually just be like an issue with that, but I can't change these here. And there's really not much I can change in general, because they're stuck right here, as you can tell. They'll just turn around there. Yeah, this is why I stopped recording last time, and now it happened again. Cool. Like, we're not making money as long as visitors can't get in. Next thing, close the zoo for a bit. I said close the zoo for a bit. We're closed. People, we're closed. 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 Not allowed to come in. We're so closed. And just, you know, reopening. That can work sometimes. Emphasis on sometimes. I'm just trying the different things right now. Can the protesters make it in? That's what I'm interested in. Are the protesters also not going to be able to get in? Are you cold? Yeah, they're cold. That's to be expected. You know, at least the protesters can't make it in. That's, I suppose, the only positive thing in this whole thing. Yeah, I'm still not sure how you're supposed to fix this. Like, I've tried stuff like redoing paths last time. I can't actually redo these paths here, obviously. Like, it's physically not possible. And just the sheer mess that is pathfinding in Planet Zoo makes reconnecting all of these paths a giant issue as well. But even if I do weird stuff with the paths, people still can come in. So, yeah, I don't really know where the issue is in this case. This is like the third time I've started this campaign with the same issue. I think I managed to figure it out before. Because I finished the campaign before, you know? I'm just not sure where the issue lies. And I have checked Google on this before, and Google just says Google don't know. Which is very, very weird. But yeah, I'll just, you know, give them their habitat and use the money to build a second habitat. Why not for our bongos? I'm just going to ignore the fact that this isn't working. And I gotta figure out how much space bongos need, actually. And whether I can fit a path around here or not. Because, once again, we will have to do stuff like that. Like squeezing in paths randomly, because we're not going to have a lot of space. Just in general, we're not going to. There should be more than enough space for them, I guess. It probably won't be, but let's be optimistic and say that this is enough space. Like, adding space to habitat is easier than removing it, you know? So let's try this. Perfect. I don't know if they can jump out. Let's just check. Bongo. No, they can't. Okay, perfect. So it's got to be 125. That way visitors can log in and I don't need to worry about glass panels. Basically, I'm just testing the theory of the visitors aren't entering because they're not interested. Yep. I didn't do anything. What the? Okay, fine. Hello, visitors. It happens. This game is wonky sometimes. You know? Yeah, they do not need a lot of space. I should give them more space though. Yes, I know that the animals have, technically speaking, been allowed to roam free now, but they're not actually roaming free, game. Just calm down and everything is fine. At some point it is sort of like, okay, like how do I shuffle around my habitats to actually fit in all the animals? The correct answer is you do it somehow. I don't know. But yeah. We're going to figure that out once we reach the point where we have to figure it out. For now, I'm just going to make sure that these guys have a nice habitat that they like, I guess. Short grass and less sand, as far as I can tell. Yeah. Like, the main issue, obviously, space. Dominic Myers is also going to send some people our way to knock us on the head and steal things, destroy things, blah blah blah. Because it's Dominic Myers, what are we expecting, you know? Other than that, it's actually not too difficult a scenario. Yes, I said it. There's worse scenarios just in terms of zoo management. This one is just kind of tricky to handle in general, because, yeah. Space, the animal selection you have isn't exactly small zoo friendly. Like, small as in limited space zoo friendly. There's a lot of the animals just need more space, and so most of the time you're just standing there and like trying to figure out how you can fit more animals in here. The answer is you can't. you just can't. But yeah, I do like it because it's very different from the like previous chapters where often it was just like money management. Here it's less money management and more how do I squeeze this many animals into a zoo management. While I'm at it, I'm going to place an info stall here because these people have umbrellas, which is stupid because we could be selling them umbrellas, you know. If the path snapped. You do need stuff like that as well to make money, and because visitor happiness is an important thing. What's terrain modification failed? Oh no. You don't have to modify the terrain, you just have to place an info store. Really, this is the closest I can go. That just makes me sad. Yeah, apparently. Okay. Maybe that way people can go and buy umbrellas instead of bringing their own. Who brings umbrellas to a zoo? Yes, I know everyone. I just want them to spend. Okay. Spend your money on umbrellas and info guides and other things. I don't know. Money can become an issue in this zoo. It's not the main issue in the zoo. Like, for the scenario, it's definitely not one of those, like, oh my god, Dominic Myers just stole all our money scenarios. Like, yes, you can be lacking money, but the lack of money isn't what's killing you. Not that there's anything actually killing you, because, like, it's Planet Zoo. The only thing dying is, well, not our tortoises, because they're tortoises. They'll be there until the end of the game, let me tell you. Yeah. Good animals to start out with. You know, they attract a decent amount of people. They're somewhat happy. Won't hate you. They're okay. Sometimes people are like just picking out like a tiger or something as their first animal, and that's what confuses me on the inside and the outside, because that's a tiger. You know? Like, that is a tiger. What's wrong? Oh, you're stressed. Yeah, obviously, because, you know, like, they're in the front and all that, they'll be stressed. I'm going to up the food quality, and give them a grazing wall feeder. I guess we don't have security guards, which is bad because there is going to be crime. There too. I don't know if we've already had criminal. Nope, no criminals yet, but it's fine. And yeah, this zoo I usually like to take very slow, so this is going to be a relatively long final campaign, and after that we get to move on to the extra chapters as well as the timed scenarios. Yeah, I love timed scenarios. No idea why you would think that I don't. They're perfect. They're great. Wonderful. Anyways, I hope you enjoyed watching me struggle through this first episode. Great start, you know, beautifully stacked staff buildings and a wonderfully working entrance area. And, yeah, I hope I'll see you again next time when we try to get more animals into this tiny square of land. that is already fairly full and there's nothing on it. And yeah, bye!